Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I welcome all of you back to another national anthem reaction video. Where tonight, ladies and gentlemen, this one should be pretty cool, and because we are doing Mila Rodino, the national anthem of Bulgaria. Now, as far as Eastern European, I think Bulgaria is like in the east. Let me just I'll do a double check just to make sure. I could be right, but I've very rarely been right on things like these before, so it just makes more sense. And but yeah, oh yeah, it absolutely is. It's east of, well, pull this over for you guys to see. As you can see here, obviously it's south to Romania, west, east of Serbia and Greece, and it's basically sort of the border really between Bulgaria and Turkey, or Turkey, and it's described as a Balkan nation with the diverse terrain encompassing the Black Sea coastline right here, a mountainous interior and rivers, including the Danube, a cultural melting pot of Greek, Slavic, Ottoman, and Persian influences. It has a rich heritage of traditional dance, music, costumes, and crafts. At the foot of the domed Vyshoya mountain is its capital city of Sofia, dating as far back as the 5th century. I like that, ladies and gentlemen. I like the sound of that. You know what I mean? I also like the encouraging signs of it's rich with music, as that's the sort of thing that's to somebody who loves their music absolutely would dying for, I should say. And when it comes to certainly in this region of the world, but again, with so many different cultures and races almost convening at this very, very prestigious plot of Eastern Europe. And again, as well, you've either got North Macedonia. We will come to doing North Macedonia at some point, absolutely. But then again, there is so much to Europe. We still got to do like Slovakia and Hungary and Bosnia, Serbia and Montenegro. And we could possibly even take a look at Turkey and the Greek national anthems all again. And when it comes to just checking stuff like this out, I mean, look at that. Look, it looks exactly like an untouched amphitheater from the from the days of the from probably a lot of like Greek travelers who probably they even went as far as Bulgaria just to set these things up. You could just again look at this. You could just see you could always just make a. It's almost as though this entire, I don't know if this is meant to be the Black Sea or not, but it looks as if literally somebody it was like a high tide and like hundreds of meters of land just got swallowed up. But it is so cool to look at, and how inland is almost only just occasionally broken up by houses, but it's almost entirely shrubbery. It's like it's for one of the oldest oldest nations on Earth. It looks as almost from things like this, it looks as though it's just been almost laid in dormant for hundreds of years. But then you get things like this, and that just listen. You may remember is the fact that I did photography for like 2 years, and a lot of it was fixated on architecture. And, well, I know that does say Czech Republic, and for some reason it's promoted by Diabetes UK, but it looks really, really nice, and it looks somewhere between busy but also quite relaxed. It looks somewhere close between being prosperous but also probably more very steeped in tradition and inclined to maybe agricultural work, perhaps. But at the same time, you get beautiful. I don't know if this is meant to be like Coptic Christian churches or just your traditional churches. I mean, probably where it's positioned and where it's facing, it would make more sense. But again, we don't really get places of worship, or at least from up above, I should say. No kidding, Sofia looks. No wonder they gave it such a beautiful name, because it looks like such a beautiful city, and that's probably meant to be including from Ruse all the way down to Smolensk. Smolia. I don't know if this is meant to be like. It would be of some interest as well if some of the names of these places were, for example, like Montana and Pleven, are meant to be more like Romanian and Serbian influences, while sort of more down south Greek and Turkish influence from Burgas to Yambol to even Kashkovo. It would be of some interest to certainly, maybe when we do like the translation for this video, there will be a lot more. And among other things is that I believe it's the lev is meant to be the national currency of Bulgaria. That was a question they asked on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and it was the difference between £500,000. So the more you know, the better. Yes, okay, sorry, where was I? Anyway, if you guys want to check out the original video for yourselves, links will all be in the description down below. So let's begin. Mila Rodino, and please rise for the national anthem of Bulgaria. Coat of arms looks really pretty as well. Dear homeland. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, it's very, very important that I emphasize that actually, when you've really just come to think about it, each national anthem is very, very special and very, very important for so many, for civilizations of hundreds of thousands of people. Whether it's as big as Russia or as small as the Vatican City, every single anthem we cover, it's meant to be almost tipping our toes into other nations, into other people's homelands, and doing some great respect by just exploring and taking a look around and wanting to know exactly what is going on here. And as each anthem we go through, I'm constantly having to almost remind myself of the fact that I can't get enough of this. And I also love the fact that outside of its translation into Bulgarian, it's also translated into what's referred to as Bulgarian Latin. So it might even become it'll be almost kind of like trying to understand what would be really interesting, because I've never actually done Latin before, and it would be of some interest to discover more things like this and to speak all sorts of different languages and to just know more about the world. That's the thing I'm trying to really communicate in these videos is that I want to learn more about the world. But to do that, I need to know of the different civilizations, the approaches to music, to life, to love, to food, to the way they conduct war, the way they conduct peace, the way they practice religion, faith, work life. Not just understand things through the means of communicating through videos like these, but on a more intimate level. And I know, again, this is going to be like just really stepping things out as well. But I also am very appreciative of the fact that actually I've had the great luxury of getting to know hundreds of people from all over the world. And some of them I even work with. And many more, I wonder what they would say if they discovered things like this, about what they could fill me in on, and among other things. That would be really, really interesting to find out. So, thank you. And anyway, I hope all of you guys have enjoyed this reaction video to the national anthem of Bulgaria, Mila Rodino, and I cannot wait to see all of you guys again in the next video. Take care, and bye-bye for now.